Okay, welcome to day three of week 3 for 5th grade Reds. We're sticking with what we did yesterday as well, adding fractions of unlike denominators. However, if you were like, I got this, I rock at this, I'm going to have you specifically take it to the next level. And I'll explain what that looks like soon. But let's go over yesterday's exit ticket. Yesterday's exit ticket had the answer of 9/10. You found hopefully the common denominator to be 20. I'm sorry, not 20. Sorry, 10. Found the common denominator to be 10. You found 4/5 to be 8/10, and you never changed 1/10. You just kept it. 8/10 plus 1/10 gives you 9/10. And hopefully you didn't try to add the denominators. That's how you got 9/10 as the correct answer. However, you got 9/20, it's because you added the denominators, which you can't do. So, today, the only real difference today is maybe it takes a little bit more effort to find the common denominator. Other than that, there won't be much difference unless you want to be challenged, and that's when, at the end of each problem, I'll challenge you just a little bit further. Okay? So let's get started with this number 1 model, where you find the common denominator. Well, 2/3 plus 2/8, common denominator would be 24. Counting by 3s, counting by 8s, you get the multiple of 24 for both of them. Okay, you could go beyond and get 48 or others, but 24 is a good place to stop. Once you come across it, that's when you stop, or else you have to do more work down the road. So 2/3 I need to get to be equivalent fraction with the denominator of 24. So 3 times what number gives me 24? 3 times 8. So 2 times 8. You get 16/24. That's one fraction we'll be adding up. Now I have 2/8. So what is 2/8 going to be as an equivalent fraction when the denominator is 24? How many times did it take me to get from 8 to 24? 3. So 2 times 3 is what you're going to do for the numerator and get 6. So now you're going to take and add that 6/24 to the 16/24. And when you add it correctly, make sure you don't make an addition mistake here, you'll get 22/24. Now, if you're a student who maybe made a mistake on the exit ticket yesterday, or isn't feeling 100% confident that you're ready to do this, and you just need to practice today, which is what we're doing, and this is where you're going to want to stop at solving today's problems, for each of the problems. However, you're like, Mr. Breslin, I got this. This is not challenging enough. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to simplify it. Okay? So I want you to find so this number right here can be simplified. This fraction here can be simplified. What does simplify mean? Reduce. So you want to find a number that can go into both of these numbers that will make the fraction equivalent but have a smaller denominator, which therefore also means a smaller numerator. So notice something about these two fractions. The first thing, every time you do this, every time, look to see if they're both even. If they're both even, you know there's an easy number that goes into both of them. 2. So you divide to simplify, numerator by 2 and the denominator by 2. What's 22 divided by 2? Meaning, what's half of 22? 11. And what's half of 24? 12. And that's where we'll stop. If you're a student who wants this challenge, that's where you're going to stop. 11/12, because that cannot be simplified anymore. Well, Mr. Breslin, how do you know what to simplify by if it can't be simplified by 2? Try all the single-digit numbers. 1, well, not 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? There will be times when you could, if you're doing divided by 2, you might be able to divide it by 2 again, and again, and again. Okay, you're going to see that happen quite a bit too. All right, so let's get started with the next problem. And then my folks who want a challenge will see if that can be simplified. Number 2, 1/4 plus 4/6. Go ahead, find common denominator, find the equivalent fractions, add them, and if they can be simplified and you want to be challenged, go ahead and simplify it. See you shortly. Hit the pause button now. All right, so what I've found so far, and hopefully you found the same thing, to have a common denominator of 12. You might have continued on and missed the 12 and seen 24. That's okay. That'll just end up being simplified if you decide to challenge yourself later on. Okay? So we have the common denominator of 12. How did I get from 4 to 12? I multiplied by 3. So I multiply that 1 by 3 to get 3/12. Then I take and I get, how did I get from 6 to 12? It took me 2 times to get there. So I do 4 times 2 to give me 8. I take 3/12 plus 8/12, and I get 11/12. Hey, that's cool. All right, whoa, can that be simplified? Nope, it's the same answer as before. 11/12 cannot be simplified. 2 doesn't go into both numbers. 3 doesn't go into both numbers. 3 goes into 12. 2 goes into 12, but it doesn't go into 11. 4 can't go in. 5 can't go in. If 2 can't go in, that means 4, 6, and 8 definitely can't go in. 3 can't go into both of them. 5 can't go into both of them. 7 can't go into both of them. 9 can't go into both of them. So, I'm done. All right. So, let's move on to number 3. Find the common denominator. Finding the equivalent fractions with that denominator. And then add them together. Challenge yourself to see if it can be simplified. Hit the pause button now, please. So hopefully you were able to find the common denominator between 7 and 6 being 42. Then, when you did that, you found 3/7 to be 3 times 6 because 7 times 6. And you got 18 as this numerator. And then you did 1 times 7 because you did 6 times 7 to get 42. So 1 times 7 being 7 40-seconds. So then you added 18 40-seconds plus 7 40-seconds to give you the answer of 25 40-seconds. So, those who want to be challenged, here we go. Can 2 go into both of these numbers? No. Can 3 go into both of these numbers? Well, actually, it can go into 42. But can 3 go into 25? No. And 2 can't go into both of these numbers, so I'm not going to try 4, 6, or 8. Can 5 go into both of these numbers? Well, 5 can go into 25, but it can't go into 42. Can 7 go into both of these numbers? Let me cheat a little bit and take a look up here. You see a 25 for my 7 times tables? No. So 7 can't go into both these numbers. What about 9? Can 9 go into both these numbers? Are either of these multiples of 9? You count by 9. 9, 18, 27. Nope. So, that's the simplest form of it. And we're done. Number 4. 2/5 plus 1/4. Go ahead. Find the common denominator, which you might remember from yesterday. Find the equivalent fractions and add them up. And challenge yourself to see if it can be simplified. Hit the pause button now. And we're back. So hopefully you found the common denominator to be 20. You turn 2/5 into 8/20, hopefully. And you turn 1/4 into 5/20, hopefully. 8/20 plus 5/20 gives you 8/20 plus 5/20 gives you 13/20. 13/20 being your answer. My daughter is here and what she wants to say the answer as well. What's the answer? 13/20.
And then I said that.
Yeah, you said 8. Yep. All right. Very good. She was anxious to be participating today as well. Okay. 13/20. Can that be simplified? Can 2 go into both numbers? No. So I don't have to worry about 4, 6, and 8 then. Can 3 go into both numbers? No. Can 5?
No.
Can 7?
No.
Can 9?
No.
No. So I'm done. Remember, 13 is actually a prime number, so that should give you a hint right away, like, no, nothing can go into it. So, those that wanted the challenge, hopefully it helped you to practice your simplifying a little bit and to think it through. Yes, the last 3 problems didn't have to be simplified, but I wanted you to at least practice thinking it through. All right, well, don't forget to do your exit ticket for today, and then have yourself a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next week during week 4. Take care now. Bye.